This is Emily. Do you remember her?
Yeah.
You've seen her before.
Who's that?
This is Michael. This is Emily. Emily Aubrey. And that is Deborah. But he's not a puppet.
I got a kid for you. Look at him. He brought his own puppets too.
Dude, come on up here. Cool. Who are these guys?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Do you have voices for him?
Hey, what's your name? Hey.
He kind of seems like he talks through his nose. Because he's sort of a nerd, huh?
No, I'm not.
What are you? Oh, you're a graduate.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good.
Did you come by to see for story hour?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Will you come up in just a minute and help me with it? I need people to help with puppets. All right. Here, take this guy. I'm gonna tune up. Michael, will you tune up your guitar?
Yeah, I sure will.
Find it. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Mike.
How are you?
Pretty good.
I am so happy to see you guys.
Don't plastic.
Why are you so shy?
Shy.
Yeah,
I'm not
you're
shy.
too shy.
I'm not shy. If I could, I would speak in front of the entire USA without a hint of stage fright.
You know what? I think that's really cool. When I was a little boy, well, I'll let him talk about it. So this is Emily. And Emily is on my YouTube show called BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO. BOOZHOO! Kakina! Hello, everybody! And welcome to the show. What do you want me to say? Will you introduce yourself? Okay. My name is Emily Aubrey. And Michael here is, well, you know Michael. How's that camera look? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Storytime at the Bemidji Public Library. Library. What'd I say? You said library. Oh, I hate that. Library. No, it's a library. What's a library? I think a library is like a berry that doesn't tell the truth. Yeah, huh? It's a library. He said a lie and he's a berry. Well, so today we're going to tell some stories. We're going to read some books. Michael's going to sing some songs that maybe you know. But first off, I would like to interview a couple of friends of the show. We have from Hogwarts. Where are you guys from? Come on up here, boys.
Liam.
Come on up, Liam.
This is Liam.
Hello, Liam. Do you want to put this guy in your hand? What's that guy's name, Liam?
I'm Robert.
Rupert? Rupert, can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
18? Wow! I thought you were a little kid, but you're 18. What did you just graduate from?
Oh, 9th grade.
9th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you must be really smart, 18-year-old 9th grader.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A policeman.
A policeman, cool. Now who's your friend?
I am...
Think of a name that starts with a J.
Gilbert.
Jobert?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Jobert. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Oh, a fireman.
So we'll have a policeman and a fireman. That's cool. Well, thank you for being on the show, you guys. If I ever need someone to put out a fire, I'll call you. And if I ever want to get somebody arrested, I'll call you. Thanks, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, these two dudes and Liam. Okay, Michael, you want to talk? Okay, I'll talk for this.
Mine is yours, but what's yours is his. So I'm never coming back here again. This is it now, this is the end. And tomorrow I'll say we can still be friends. I'm never coming back here again.
So, I'm so happy for that. If anybody's here who wasn't here before, my name is Michael Lyons, and I used to be the children's librarian here. And 3 times a week I would do children's story time, and we'd read books and stuff. And I'd often like to play songs and read books. One of the stories I used to tell, and I wonder, Suli, if you're going to remember this. There is a story about a 5-year-old who played the piano. When he grew up, he became probably the most famous piano player who ever lived, if you believe that. Because this piano player, when he grew up, was called Mozart. And like everybody knows, when you grow up, there's like classical music that goes dun 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 dun, and everyone goes, "Oh, that's the most beautiful music." Well, when Mozart was 5 years old, is anybody 5 here? You're 5? You're 5 too? Anybody else 5? When Mozart was 5 years old, he was playing on the piano, and he played this song. Kind of goes like this. No, it doesn't. Something kind of like that. Da, 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 da. I can't find the note. Twinkle. So does anybody know the song that sounds like da 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 da? Suli. What's the name of the song that goes da 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 da? Yeah. What's that song called?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Very good. So this is a song called Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And if you can sing it with me, it would be really cool. And I think you sang it with me before. And you're a good singer too, aren't you? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Wait a minute, I thought it was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, but then it turned into something else. What is that song? Next time. Oh yeah, ABCs. A, B, C, D, E. E what? F. A, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my 1, 2, 3s. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Thank you very much. Thank you.
We were singing with you the first time, so why do we have to do it next time?
Oh yeah. Last time, won't you sing with me? Welcome to BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about OJIBWE language and culture too. I'm happy to be here with you today to speak OJIBWE. Demon Wayne Dum G-A-I-on Homanun Goon in English means I'm happy to be here today. That's all I wanted to say in Welcome back to the show.
BOOZHOO!
Welcome back to BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO,
The podcast.
about Ojibwe language
And culture. I am Natasha. This is NANABOOZHOO. Welcome back to the show.
All right. You know who I was going to, I wanted to talk to this guy. This
is funny.
Hello, love. Love, I'm your brother. Oh, right. Hello, bruv. Hello. My name is Sobe. Bigfoot. You're not Bigfoot.
You just like to pretend to be big.
Yes, I like to pretend
No, you're
that I'm
big.
Bigfoot. Look at my big feet and big fingers. They call me Big Fingers
Big.
because I'm good at slapping little girls. No, I guess not.
I'm good at slapping.
Well, hello there. Jobert. Was that your name, Jobert?
Yes.
Jobert, what is your favorite food to eat for breakfast? A banana. Here's a knock-knock joke about bananas. Knock, knock. Banana. Banana, banana. Knock, knock. Banana. Banana, banana. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Banana. Banana, banana. Knock, knock. Banana.
Banana.
Banana, banana. Knock, knock. Orange. Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? That's my knock-knock joke. Anyway, so here's the story of Bigfoot. Oh, Michael, show me your book. Oh, okay. So one of the things I do with my puppets is I'll film the puppets and put it on YouTube. Ojibwe words of the day. Does anybody know what the word BOOZHOO means? What's BOOZHOO?
Hello or welcome.
It means hello. Very good. Does anybody know what the word miigwech means? Thank you. Very good. Well, this is a book I put together. I didn't really write it because it's actually kind of it's not a dictionary, but it has like phrases and words in Ojibwe. And there's pictures of my puppets in here. And then you can look up words and phrases, like here it says, hello, BOOZHOO. And I put this, and then there's a coloring book in the back. And I think there's some other Ojibwe words. Yeah, and there's some Ojibwe words you learned here. But that is, so, one of the Ojibwe words in that book is sabe. Now, in Ojibwe,
Does that mean Bigfoot?
that means Bigfoot. Sabe was, they said he was a wild man in the woods who was covered in fur. And he wasn't a monkey. Okay, I'm a monkey. I know. And nobody could ever see him. Well, they would see him, but then he'd disappear. But he'd only leave his footprints. Big footprints in the snow. And this is just sort of interesting for grown-ups. Sabe sounds a lot like a word we know in Minnesota, misabe. There's the Misabe Iron Range, and in Duluth there's the Misabe, is there a college? Misabe Community College? And Misabe means giant. So a lot of people think, oh yeah, Sabe is the word, it's short for giant. There's a giant man in the woods. And this is where we get the word Sabe. All right, Michael, can you read a book? Sure. All right, so one of my favorite books, I know a lot of you probably already read this book before, but I love this book.
I also do.
Do you like it too? Do you like reading books over and over again that you like?
I want my grandma to read that book.
Have you read this book too?
Uh-huh. It's one of my favorite words.
It's one of my favorite ones too. You know, there's a couple of reasons why I love this book so much. Number one, I love the story. When I was a little boy, I always had stuffed animals, and I would have a teddy bear, like this guy. Oh, that's right. I'm not really a teddy bear. I'm more of just a bear. I'm a mukwa. Mukwa is my name. Oh, is that your Ojibwe name? Very good, darling. Mukwa. And I'm a bear. And what do you like to eat? I like to eat berries, and I like to eat garbage.
And bananas.
You eat garbage? Oh yeah, it's good. I'll go down out by the dumpsters, and I'll dig around in there. And you know, it may say it's expired, but that don't mean it ain't still good. You shouldn't eat rotten food. No, it's delicious. And I like fish too.
Just because it's delicious doesn't mean it's good for you. Like,
I know, candy's delicious.
yeah, it's not even yummy.
Garbage? I don't think it's yummy. I think it's delicious, but I'm a bear. Well, so I love the story about a teddy bear, because I love any teddy bear. And what I love about this too is the artwork. Isn't it great? This book was written and drawn with colored pencils and marker. So let's read Corduroy by Don Freeman.
But it's got nothing to do with you.
I've got no one, still you won't do. And after today I'd say we are quite through. But I know you won't break down, you won't miss a step, you won't be around, and you'll never forget it. One day, when I'm old and gray, I might look back and say that these were the golden days. And one day, when I'm old and I'm gray, I might look back and say this was the price I paid. Now so it goes, or so they say. Time's like a mountainscape. Well, I don't know, but I can't complain. God knows I've got my own escape. And sometimes I just might, even in the middle of the night. Well, sometimes and someday, sometimes, well, I wake and bake. But it's got nothing to do with you. I've got no one, still you won't do. And after today I'd say we are quite through. But I know you won't break down, you won't miss a step, you won't be around, and you'll never regret it. One day, when I'm old and gray, I might look back and say that these were the golden days. And one day, when I'm old and I'm gray, I might look back and say this was the price I paid. Even in the middle of the day, Stephen grins a little, so they say. Sometimes, well, I wake and bake. That's a lot.
We have like 150.
Happy holidays.
We have like 1,067. You don't have to say all the numbers. 69, 50. I don't know. The biggest number in the world of toys.
The biggest number. I don't even know what the biggest number is. Super quadrillion?
100.
You want to be a monkey?
Yeah, I guess it is super quadrillion. Like that's how many stuffies we have.
I can't believe it. When I was a little girl, I had a teddy bear called Little Cutie. He was a little red and white teddy bear. I loved him. And then I lost him. I don't know what happened to him. I came home from college one time. I'm like, Mom, have you seen Little Cutie? She goes, oh, I think we threw him out. And I went, what? Who throws away a teddy bear? But, so, let's see. Did you know that once upon a time, there was a little girl.
Named Sue, and she's my little sister, and she's 5 years old, and she has blonde hair, and I love her.
Once upon a time, back in the days of the grandfathers, there was a little girl named Emily Riding Hood. Yeah, I'm Emily I'm Little Red Riding Hood. But you don't have a Red Riding Hood. Oh, that's true. So, Little Red Emily's, or Emily, okay, that's me. grandmother said, listen, I want you to go to your grandmother, or her mother said, I want you to go to your grandma's house, bring her this bag of goodies. Oh yeah, this is great. And Little Red Riding Hood said, what, you want me to go through the woods where all the wolves are?
Little Red Emily.
And Little Red Emily, perfect. And so Little Red Emily took a basket of goodies and started to walk.
No, Little Red Wobbly.
Little Red Wobbly! Little Red Wobbly went over, got the goodies, and went into the woods, over the hill, through the woods, and pretty soon, this wolf comes by. Hey, Little Red. Oh no, Wolf, what do you want? What you got in the basket? Oh, these are just goodies for my grandma. Oh, really? That sounds delicious. Yeah, but you can't have any. I gotta save it for my grandma. So you just went off into the woods with food by yourself and your little girl? Uh-huh. My parents aren't really worried about me. Yeah, I can tell. All right, well, have a good day, and I'll probably never see you again. Okay. And the wolf ran away. So Little Red Emily kept walking through the woods. Eventually, she gets to her grandmother's house. But she knocks on the door, and not her grandmother, but the wolf, dressed up in her grandmother's clothes and her grandmother's glasses and all this stuff, comes to the door and says, oh, hey, how you doing, granddaughter? What? Yeah, it's me, your grandma. Don't you recognize me? But Grandma, what big eyes you have. Well, yeah, the better to see you with. But Grandma, what a big nose you have. Yeah, listen, you don't have to be so critical of my looks. But Grandma, what big teeth you have. The better to eat you with. And he ate her up. Well, just then, a friendly puppeteer came walking by.
Puppeteer.
Hey man, what's going on in here? Oh no! That wolf just ate a grandma and her granddaughter. Isn't there a cop there? Hey, you, that guy who wants to be a cop when you grow up. Come up here. Would you arrest that wolf? He ate up the grandma and the little girl. Where is the wolf? Now you gotta say, with the right to remain silent. Under arrest? But I was just eating people. No. You mean that's not legal? Okay, you gotta put handcuffs on me. Okay, you're under. What am I under arrest for? Yeah, I ate the granddaughter and the grandma. But they were so delicious. Okay, put me in jail. And he went off to jail. Well, while he was in jail, he got his GED and turned his life around. And eventually, everything worked out. And that is the story of Little Red Riding.
That's not how the real story of Little Red Riding.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure it goes like that.
I'm going to tell the real story of Little Red Riding. What?
Okay. This is The Simple. You guys, I'm so happy you came to Storytime. I had so much fun today. Thank you for coming to Storytime. Thank you for coming to Storytime. Thank you for coming to Storytime. Nothing ever rhymes. Thank you for coming to Storytime. yeah.